Hey, welcome back. It's been a long time and I haven't talked to you. Well, I have some things to discuss. I'm still working out the detailing of what I want to call this video. I feel like I am done with my research. I left for a while and I wanted to research and make sure what I share next has been fully researched, so that what I present next is clear and defined. I'm going to give some references to different books, different YouTubers, and different personalities, whether they're authors or they are entrepreneurs or billionaires or all of the above. I began this discussion and this topic originally about the gems of the crypto space, and that's a hard conversation because 99% of these aren't even crypto. They require you to basically someone is in charge of them, and with recent exposure to that with Celsius and with Luna, for instance, you are getting to see kind of that, hey, these things aren't as decentralized as they may seem, or maybe they're not as crypto. If you look at the definition of crypto, I believe it's transacting from person to person without a middleman. It's one person to another person without having to go through any other way, any other person, or even better, it's a person interacting with software. Because crypto really should just be software. It should not have any person able to edit or change the code and adjust it. They shouldn't be able to inflate or deflate. They shouldn't be able to print or copy or change or do anything. So in other words, no administrative keys, no abilities to change things. That's the ultimate right answer. So there's a really enjoy listening to, and there's a lot of videos that on YouTube. I don't really particularly want to sit there and listen to, watch someone's talking head about crypto. I don't mind your head being there, but I'm honestly not even watching YouTube. I'm listening to the great knowledge and information that can come from it. And there's some great knowledge and information that can come from it if you choose to. If you choose to change your stars, change your life, change the way you do everything, you can really enhance your life if you choose to. So where do you think where do you think rich people get their knowledge from? Rich parents, right? Rich people teach their kids how to be wealthy. They teach them how to handle their money, their finances, all of their learning and their understanding, their investing, their money movement, their taxes. I mean, they learn these things and then they become wealthy themselves. So what do the poor people teach their family, their kids, their offspring, their generational people? They teach them poor people stuff. Poor people learn from poor people. And I'm not saying that, hey, it's not an okay thing to be poor. I'm just saying maybe your mindset does not need to be poor. Maybe your mindset doesn't have to stay with really bad understanding. You may have learned from your parents, you may have learned from your grandparents or from the people that adopted you or whatever the situation is, but it doesn't mean that that's how you have to stay. You can use this time right here where crypto is in a good spot. And I'm going to use this crypto, I'm going to call it faux crypto. It's like, show you this faux crypto. If you're looking through this list and you're like, man, I wish I could have bought some faux crypto, because you're looking at the top of the market and you're like, I wish I could have bought some faux crypto at 20 cents or 40 cents or whatever it is, whatever you're looking at it and saying that, and you're thinking you could have bought that faux crypto and then you could have had those 10x, 12x, 15x gains being going back into monetary terms. Gains aren't really gains, they're just movement of your coins into a cell, and then you never see them again. You never get to use them again. Once they're sold, they're gone. You don't get to play this game anymore. The game stops as soon as you sell them, and then it's trading, and that's a poor person perspective. That's poor person perspective. So getting into a wise perspective, a smarter perspective, you have to understand money and what it is. Like, what is money? If you don't know what money is, look this guy up. His name's, I'm going to probably butcher his name, but you know what? It doesn't matter. His name is Jaspreet, Jaspreet, Singh, Singh. Look that guy up, and then just consume everything that guy says. Learn about money. Learn about how it works. Learn about the best things to do with the money that you have, because it doesn't matter what you do with the money. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It matters how much money you keep. And I'm going to go further with that. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It matters what you do with the money that you make. You take that money and you go out and you're like, I'm going to go put this down payment on a car, and then you're gonna finance the rest. All right, that's good poor person mentality right there. Never buy something with credit unless it makes you wealth. All right, so you want to buy a house? Go buy a house. Rent it out. Is it going to make you money? Then great. That was a good investment. That's rich person's mentality. That's rich thinking. How can this money make me money? That's great. Borrow the money to make money. Good idea. Borrow the money to look cool in your car? Not a good idea. Poor mentality. So when you're looking at this list of faux crypto and you're thinking, can I get money go up? Can I get price go up? You're thinking too low. You're restricted in your thinking. So how do we unrestrict your thinking? Okay, let's unrestrict some thinking here. I would venture to say the way to unrestrict your thinking is to probably go to something like this. You want to build wealth, then you've got to get some books. You've got to consume some books. The sample of this book down here is by Jaspreet Singh. It's actually, I think it's more like just a book about his life. I don't think it really is like a financial book or anything like that. But I would start your journey of your book reading should start with Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. You don't know how to spell his name, doesn't matter. Google knows how. You just say it into Google, and he'll know what to do. Don't you worry. Rich Dad Poor Dad's going to teach you what is basically the basic essence of money. What is it? How does it work? Who gets it? Why do they get it? How come they got it? You didn't get it? All that stuff. All that stuff will be exposed in that. Rich Dad Poor Dad, you're going to start there. After you read and consume that and you understand the difference between a liability and an asset, once you understand that, your mindset is going to change, and you're going to then go, man, I'm not buying faux crypto anymore. You're going to change your mindset. After Rich Dad Poor Dad, I would suggest The Go-Giver by Bob Burg and David Mann. I'd suggest that, and it's a short read. Look right there. It's 2 hours and 54 minutes. You put that thing on 1.4x, like you should have done to me at the beginning of this video. Go up to the top right where there's a little gear, select the gear, and then change me to 1.4x. It makes this listening experience a lot better. But listen to those guys at 1.4x. It's a great story of, just this is how you treat people. So, Rich Dad, Poor Dad changes the way you think about money, changes the way you think about investing. It just changes the way you've always understood things. The Go Giver will change the way you treat people on your way. Listen to it a lot of times. I would say listen to it once a week. Once a week until you understand it. What's 52? How many books do you read in a year? That also tells you a lot about the person. Did you know the average CEO listens to 65 books? I think it's 65 books a year. And the average of everybody else listens to less than one, or reads less than one book per year. Don't be that person. You want to be average? Let's talk about average. That'll take us to our third book. That's the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. You want to be average? Don't read that book. I mean, whoever wants to be average? You want an average body type? Oh yeah, he's got an average body. She's got an average body. You want average, or do you want better than average? You want an average bank account? You want an average credit score? You want an average life? If you want average, don't read 10X. But if you want more than that, which I think if you're going to listen to a program about someone telling you which faux crypto to buy, then you probably should change your mindset and figure out, instead of buying just a faux crypto that money go up, it can make you money on the way going up, and then even when it's going down, it's still making you money. How in the heck can you do that? We're going to talk about a real crypto at the end. At the end of this video, you're going to learn what a real crypto is and which one to buy. So Grant Cardone, the 10X Rule, the guy is on fire. You might want to not speed him up to 1.4. I would say maximum speed on Grant Cardone, because he's already pretty fast and fiery. He's already 10x'd his audio. You might want to just go to like 1.2x on him. Very good, very quality, and that works for everything. I mean, he's going to talk about selling. This is basically a book on selling. That's the number one thing, and even that's in Rich Dad Poor Dad. He says, he's not the number one selling, or the number one. He's not well written. It's not well written. He's good at selling. And that's what Grant Cardone's going to teach you, is that selling is important. And if you read the Go Giver, you're going to learn how to treat people on the way to selling. And that's really where you're going to get real good results, because you're going to be a real person going forward. Bonus material, I would say, after you've learned how to deal with money, what it is, how it works, what to do next with it, and then you've learned how to treat people on your way to the top, because it doesn't matter, if you become rich. It matters who you become on your way to becoming rich. How many heads do you have to step on in order to get there? And then when you get there, are you going to be able to live with yourself? And are the people around you still living with you? Do they still live with you? Do they leave you because they're tired of your crap? Make sure that you're not turning into something you don't want to be by the time you get to where you want to be. Got it? Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the Go Giver, then the 10X Rule. 10X everything you do, your goals, 10X your life, 10X your thought process. You want 10X on your faux crypto? That's fine, but Grant Cardone's going to say, if you want 10X, then you should 10X your 10X and go for 100X. And actually, he'll probably even say that's too low. You should probably 100X your 10X. Fire. I mean, talking fire. That'll get you your 10,000X. You want that? Oh, went somewhere. Let's go back. All right, you want that? Well, I think that's the way to do it right there. So then the fourth book, this is the bonus book. It's called Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink and Leif Babin. It is it's basically Navy SEALs. They wrote a book about, and actually they went out and they created I think it's Echelon Front is the name of their business, and they go out and they teach businesses how to run better, how to lead better, and how to provide better services. So basically, in all essence, I mean, if you start a business and you run that business, you've created yourself a job, just a glorified job. You're like, oh yeah, I work for myself. Yeah, great. You work for yourself. That's really great. Again, that is a mentality created by the middle class, and running that middle class dream. Go for it. Yes, be your own boss. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just be the boss of someone else? These guys teach you how to be the boss of somebody else. Be the best boss. That's where money comes from. When someone else makes the money for you, or when money makes you money while you're sleeping. Well, how about your business making you money while you're not in the business? You want to be your own boss? Be middle class. Be less than 10x. Be just who you are. Don't read these books. Don't get better. Don't change. This is the time right now when the market is down to understand what you're going to do next. In bull markets, you learn. And for bear markets, then you know what to buy. Bonus material, you could always read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. The guy's really, really slow, depending on who reads it. This one's, there's another version that gets read by by Earl Nightingale. If you get that one, you got to put it at like 2.9x, because that guy, Earl Nightingale's great to listen to, but fast, much, much faster. This is Earl Nightingale. Thank you for reading this book. Like that's the speed you're at with Earl Nightingale. So if that's your speed, hey, that's great. It's all right. As long as you consume the information, it doesn't matter how you do it. You could read it, you could freaking listen to it. It doesn't matter. Just get it. And then Jim Rohn. I love Jim Rohn entirely. It's 11 hours, it's a lot. So you could just pretty much move to the middle of that book and listen to half of it. It doesn't matter about how you listen to Jim Rohn. You just listen to him. Just don't stop listening to him. All right. So the answer now should be is which faux crypto to buy. Which faux crypto am I going to buy? You're not going to buy a faux crypto. Unless you just want to see money go up, buy faux crypto. This is not financial advice, by the way. I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do. But if you want faux crypto that are owned by somebody, and in the words of Richard Hart, if you want to suck middleman D, this guy's marketing is great, then just go for it. Just buy this faux crypto, price go up, then you sell it, and then you no longer get to reap the rewards of a true crypto. Or if you feel like maybe you want something that price go up and you earn, and you never have to sell and you earn, okay, why would you ever sell it if you never had to sell and you could earn? Right? Does that make sense? If you bought a house and you could rent it out and you could make money off of it, why would you ever sell it? If you could buy a crypto and you can make money off it and never have to sell it, why would you sell it? What would be the point? Do you understand how this works? If you don't understand it, you're going to be those wrecked plebs later on that you didn't buy this product. If you didn't buy this, I'm sorry, there's nothing that's going to save you. There is nothing that's going to save you. You can buy whatever you want to buy. Yeah, it'll go 100x, then what? After you get your 100x, what are you going to do? I know what you're going to do. You're going to jump into something else, and it's going to do 10x, and you're going to be like, yeah, I made so much money. And then it's going to drop 97% because it's owned by somebody else. Somebody else has their fingers all up in that pie. And what are they going to do? They're going to pump it up so you think you're getting into something good, and then they're going to rip the rug on you, and you lose it all. And then you get to tell that really cool story that you did all the wrong things in crypto. This is the only crypto right here that I know of. There's about to be a copy of this thing. You buy this, you stake it, you chill, you don't worry about it, and you earn more of it. What? Do you understand? No, you don't? Read the 4 books that I just suggested. Read those books. If you understand those books, then you come back to faux cryptos and you realize that you're not in charge of anything. You buy this, you're in charge of everything. You mint it. You create it. It's yours. You live it. You love it. You hold it. You touch it. You taste it. This is your stuff right here. Those authors are what you want to listen to. Jaspreet Singh, great author, mentor, entrepreneur. He's everything. The guy's, he's beast mode. Listen to that guy. There's a YouTuber that he's got a really cool deep voice. Just listening, you could just listen to the guy, and if you listen to the words that come out of his mouth, like really pay attention to what he's saying. He talks about a lot of political stuff. He talks about kind of like what the markets are doing. He talks a little bit about like CBDCs and how bad those are going to be for the world, for everybody involved. He talks about what politics are doing and what's going on in the world. He talks about all this stuff. And if people just stopped and understood and just educated themselves, this is the time to educate yourself. Like, why aren't you listening to audiobooks? It's you go out to work and you hate your job. Like, you hate your job, but you're not willing to change your life by changing your input. Your input gives you better output. What goes in goes out. If you eat really terrible food, guess what? Later on, tomorrow, tonight, or whenever you ate, a couple hours after you eat that food, you're going to be outputting that food, that bad food, out of your body, and you're going to feel it. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, bad in equals bad out. Good intake into your brain needs good intake. Good output. Good crypto, good output. You put these people, you put these minds, you put this product into your head, you get good out. This is the best way to do it, guys. I'm going to go into some further details on some stuff. I'm so new to bolstering that I'm learning it as I go. I've got a lot more information to bring. I took a little bit of time off to just really analyze and figure out where I was going. I did some, I've been using the testnet versions of all of the PulseX, and I'm realizing that, again, you don't have to sell. You don't have to sell, and if you look at your testnet, again, it's just testnet, but if you look at your testnet values and what they earn you, like when you go to stake them or you go to farm your stuff and it tells you what your percentage is that you're going to earn, your ROI, wow. An annually ROI that basically is an amount of money that people make a year, you're going to make off farming. Again, it's testnet, and I understand that, but it could happen. And if you just have a longer perspective than price go up, I sell, price go up, I sell, you're killing yourself. Oh, and the YouTuber that I was referring to is Whales Only. Thoroughly enjoy listening to that man speak. True blessing to the community, and for not just the community, for everybody. Like anybody across the board can listen to that man speak. Very quality entertainment. Seriously, super quality. And I like the fact that he doesn't show himself, because I don't really care what he looks like. Really don't. Like, he'd be a Martian. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. I want his information, and he's giving it to me. Appreciate it. Mad respect. Thank you for that. We're going to talk further about, I don't know, something. I'll figure it out. And thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. Yeah, we'll see you again.